Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I know it's been long and uh, life in the last few months has been very eventful, particularly because of the application season for business schools in India and abroad. And I wanted to record today's video to, encapsulate my learnings with my mentees who have signed up with us for schools like ISB, NUS, HEC, etc. But one thing which has really changed this year is for the Indian School of Business ISB applications, which is the essay topics. And I wanted to spend some time in recording this video and talking about my thoughts on how you should tackle the essays, on the intel that I've got on why the essays have changed, all of that. So let's get started. This is true for you if you're applying for round one of ISB, which is due in September 10th, and also true for you if you're applying for the subsequent rounds of ISB PGP applications this year, because the essay topics won't change. So for those of us who don't know, ISB used to have two essays historically. One of them was based on peer learning. How will you contribute to the learning of your peers through your unique experiences uh, in your work ex, in your college clubs, etc., all of that. And the second essay was your typical goals essay, which is what are your short-term and long-term goals, and how will ISB help you in achieving those goals. Now, this year, the school has taken a very, drastic shift in terms of the applications. And the first change is that instead of two essays, there are three essays. And the first two essays are mandatory. The third one is optional, even though I'm recommending all my mentees to write all the three essays. And the second change is in terms of the essay topics itself, right? So the first essay now is on, giving an honest portrayal of your life till now, which is right from your upbringing to your schooling to family values to how did your parents' occupation and personality traits impact you and your life decisions to the most eventful time and things that you did in school and then college and then your work experience, etc. So my thoughts on the first essay would be that, instead of making an essay which is a listicle of sorts, you should try to weave around a story which essentially explains why you have done something, right? So it's not only about you showcasing that you have uh, done a lot of volunteering in college, right? So you have to give me the why behind why did you take up volunteering. If you had great marks in school and college, you have to talk to me about who was the inspiration or what was the trigger behind you doing great in academics, right? And that's something that a lot of people tend to miss because the essay is only 400 words long and you have to cover your whole life and your strength and weaknesses in those 400 words that people only tend to talk about, point A, then point B, then point C. It's very important to talk about how did your parents or somebody else or your family uh, influence your life decisions. That's one catch in the first essay, right? So if I was writing the essay, I would definitely talk about, family business background. How did it influence me to take up entrepreneurship? I would talk about my mom being super focused on, providing good education for me, which led me to do something in the education space, just to give an example. So that's the first essay. The second essay is on, uh, talking about a situation of success and a situation of failure in your journey till now. So I believe the situation of success should primarily be around your work, an award that you won, a project that you led, a crisis that you helped avert. So success can be work centric for sure, and you can spend broadly 250 words on that, and the remaining 150 words or so you can talk about uh, failure. Now, failure is tricky because you don't want to highlight a very major goof up that will impact your candidature itself. So, in terms of failure, I'll give you examples. So, in terms of examples, it can be, and I don't want to make the essays only about work. So, if you're writing a work centric success, don't try to not talk about work centric goof ups or failures. Try to, have a different tangent in place, such as, health issues that took a lot of time to sort out, such as you being so engrossed in your professional life that you were not able to take out time for your family, right? Such as you joining a college club, but not you could not become the president in that club, right? Such as you taking up something which was very integral as a part of your life, like dancing or singing or gardening, for example, and due to higher studies and the natural life progression, you could not continue, right? So it can be a hobby which could not become productive eventually. It can be health, it can be severed ties with somebody who's very close. So that would be my suggestion in terms of failure. And one thing that people tend to forget is that it's a situation of failure that you have to talk about. So don't try to disguise it as a strength or success. Don't try to say that, okay, this happened, this was my weakness, and this was the failure. Still, I meticulously worked hard and helped avoid the situation. Stop at the negative outcome and talk about the learnings then, right? So you anyway have 400 words, so you can't fit everything into one place. So one catch is that in the situation of failure, ensure that the outcome was truly negative, either for you or for your team or the group in that construct, and stop there and then talk about the learnings, right? And the last essay, which is optional, but I am ensuring that all my mentees write it. It's the goals essay, which is, what are your goals and how will ISB help you in achieving those goals? So it's 250 words long this time instead of 400 words. So I believe even though we had a masterclass with the adcom and then they said that only write this essay if you're super clear on your goals. I believe if you're an 80-90% sure on what you want to do after ISB, it can be consulting or product management or finance, whatever it is, I will request you to write the essay. And the essay is very, I mean, mechanical in nature. You don't have a lot of scope for creativity here. So be clear, right, that this is what I want to do in the short term, and I want to use my short term goal and learnings for my long term goal. And then talk about why do you have an interest, right? Let's say you want to do consulting after ISB. Now what have you done previously in your work which got you excited for consulting? What strategic assignments or projects did you do uh, previously that got you hooked to problem solving and consulting in general? And then it's very important to talk about how exactly will ISB help you, right? Which is where you have to do a lot of uh, secondary research and homework. You have to talk about specific subjects, specific clubs that you want to join, other initiatives beyond the classroom that you would want to undertake, and talk about it in the third essay. So that's my feedback on the three essays. I'll, keep recording videos now consistently on B-School applications and consulting careers and CV making and other things in general. So feel free to uh, stay tuned, and I look forward to meeting you all in the next video. Thank you and all the best for your B-School applications journey.